Here is a hydrogen filling station here in Orkney, where if you have a car powered by hydrogen, you can go and fill up. Because there's no doubt that hydrogen is going to play a massive role in our transition to clean green energy. But how do we produce hydrogen? Well, let's have a look at the board we've got here. We've got 3 tanks, and each tank is divided into 2. And in each part, we've got a probe with a piece of carbon on the end. And why we've got the carbon, we'll talk about in a minute. What I'm doing in each of these 3 tanks is passing an electrical current through the water. And off one of the probes, we get oxygen bubbles coming off. And on the other one, we get hydrogen. Now we've got 3 tanks to demonstrate something very important. This left-hand one has got pure clean water. The one in the middle, I've added a little bit of salt. I've added 10 grams per litre of water. And in this right-hand one, I've added 20 grams. And look how much more hydrogen and oxygen we're getting off this 3rd tank than the middle one. And look at this one on the end, which is pure water. We've got hardly anything. This has been running for an hour. Now, if we look at the meters, we can see that this right-hand tank is pulling nearly 100 milliamps. The middle one 50, and this left-hand one about 1 milliamps. The supply here is about 5.5 volts. So adding the salt means we get this process happening an awful lot quicker. Now, seawater is about 35 grams per litre, so it's ideal for this process. Now, the carbon's there because if we just had the bare metal end, it ends up being dissolved as part of this process. So the carbon, which we know from previous boards can conduct electricity, is a much better way of having a probe that will last longer. So in this right-hand tank, we're getting the hydrogen, and that's connected to the negative supply, and that's called the cathode. And in the other side, the one connected to the positive supply is called the anode, and that's where we're getting the oxygen. So we're getting more hydrogen than we are oxygen. So there we are. Creating hydrogen is that simple. We just pass an electric current through the water and we add a bit of salt to make it happen quicker.